Bears are undoubtedly one of the most powerful animals on the planet. They are also one of the smartest. But what is it about them that makes them so smart? The brown bear is one of the largest land predators in the world, with only polar bears, Eurasian lynx, and tigers having larger skulls. Their skull can reach up to 19 inches in length, and their brain can weigh up to 6 pounds. It is the third largest carnivore brain after sperm whales and orcas. In the wild, salmon is a favorite food of bears. When salmon is in season, they gorge themselves on the fish, storing the fat in their livers for the winter. But brown bears living in Yellowstone National Park don't have to worry about food for at least 6 months, because there's plenty of it in the park. In late summer, they start preparing for winter by eating lots of berries and storing them in middens. A midden is basically a pile of half-eaten berries. The bears revisit these middens throughout the fall and winter to supplement their diet with the sweet treats. Sometimes these middens contain hundreds of thousands of berries. In fact, when researchers compared the brain of a brown bear with that of a human, they found that both have almost the same amount of neurons. Female bears with cubs will also socialize, teaching their young ones how to find food and how to behave around other bears. Researchers conducted a study in 2017 to determine the color vision of black bears. So the next time someone tells you bears are stupid, you can tell them otherwise. And that's all for today's episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share it with your friends. Also, let us know in the comments section below what other animals you would like us to make a video about. We'll see you next time. They trained 9 captive bears to look at colored shapes, and then chose one of those shapes as a target. The bears were rewarded with honey for correctly identifying the target shape. The study showed that bears can differentiate between blue, green, and yellow. However, humans have more connections between the neurons, which is why we are considered smarter. But this does not mean bears are not intelligent. Are they smarter than dogs? Let's find out in today's episode of Animal Logic. In one study, it was found that they can remember the location of food caches for up to 18 months. This is similar to the memory span of an elephant. Even if it snows and the cache is covered with snow, they can still sniff it out using their acute sense of smell. If there is no snow, they can see the outline of the cached food under the leaves and dig it out. Hi, I'm your host, and you're watching this channel. They have excellent memories. When it comes to problem-solving skills, they are also unmatched. In a study conducted in 1998, a group of researchers led by anthropologist Jack H. Ward at the University of California, Los Angeles set up several novel situations for 6 captive bears to see how they would react. One example was placing a bucket of fish on a platform just out of reach in the water. All the bears tested were able to figure out how to get the bucket by pushing off the platform with their back end or by swimming to it. They also used sticks to obtain food. Initially, the bears tried to eat the bait directly from the trap. But once they realized they couldn't reach it, they used sticks and stones to push the bait into an open area where they could eat it. They also learned how to operate a lever to receive food rewards. The scientists then increased the difficulty level by making them perform more complex tasks, such as pulling 2 levers in succession to get a fish. Eventually, the bears mastered even these complex tasks. Not only did they learn to pull 2 levers in succession, but also figured out how to stack boxes to reach a higher platform to get a treat. They even learned to recognize themselves in the mirror. Only a few animals are known to have passed this test, the others being great apes, dolphins, and African gray parrots. Not only do bears have excellent problem-solving skills, they are also great at planning for the future. Bears are also very social creatures. Although they are mostly seen as loners, they can be very social during the mating season. Some people believe that bears are colorblind, but that is not true. Bears are not just physically powerful, but also highly intelligent animals with excellent memories. Problem-solving skills and social intelligence